that was, my mother ended up owning a bar after my father died, and she became an alcoholic. And what she did when I was growing up, if something was wrong, it's here, take an aspirin, here, eat something, here, she took a drink, to change how she felt, to cope with things. And I didn't learn the proper coping mechanisms that most children are taught early on. I mean, we had fights in the house, we'd yell and scream at each other while my mother was working. And that's what a lot of children, when you don't know how to handle your emotions and your feelings. For me, I turned to drugs, something to change the feelings, because I didn't know how to cope with anger, sadness, happiness, anything.
So did your mom openly just give you all alcohol as children?
No. It was just available. It was there. Alcohol wasn't my biggest thing early on. I mean, I could get served at 13 at the liquor stores. Really? I hate to tell you that, but
this
yes.
This was in Randallstown.
Yes, mm-hmm. Yes. We walked the street and we hung at this one place called Beatty's. It was up by where Seeking is, by the McDonald's and all. I was right there on Liberty Road, and we hung out front of it, and we'd go in the field behind and smoke weed. And a girlfriend taught me early I could go in at 13 and get served.
13 years of age, and you're going into a liquor store and getting served.
Yes.
You must have been big for your age.
Well, girls went from, for 12-year-olds, by the time you were 14, you're pretty developed,
okay.
And that a lot of kids today, even they're 14, they look like they're 18.
What about your relationship between your mom and dad's relationship? Was your dad in the house all the time, or what? Was he an alcoholic, an addict, or what?
Well, what happened when I was 6, my father died of leukemia. And my mother and father had loved each other terribly. We had 6 of us, and we were a very strong, your regular average family. And then
Church going,
yes.
Really? Mom and dad?
Yes.
Okay.
And when
but mom owned a bar?
No, not then. They were both college graduates. We both all did that. When he got leukemia, he was in the war, and when he got leukemia, he died. It devastated my mother. She couldn't handle it, and I think back then women weren't as strong. They were strong, but there was also, you always had a man. It's supposed to be a man's world.
Yes.
Back then, and she needed a man to help her, and she met this man who came to do construction on our basement, and he was an alcoholic. And he wasn't a real kind man, and she was so devastated, the loss of my father, that she married him. And he, his advice put the money into buying a bar to support her and the kids.
To support her and the kids. Do you think that your mom was an alcoholic before she bought the bar?
No, I don't. I think she drank, but I don't think she was an alcoholic. I think she worked, and with marrying a man that was sick himself, because he was an alcoholic.